All right, United Airlines, its stock is down just over 1% at close this hour. You see that up on your screen there. While the full extent of the damage done to the United brand remains to be seen, consumers have certainly been taking to Twitter over the last 24 hours, vowing never to fly United again. Now, United CEO releasing a new statement in the last hour. This is his third attempt in 24 hours to address the situation. Now he is saying, quote, "I continue to be disturbed by what happened on this flight, and I deeply apologize to the customer forcibly removed. We take full responsibility and we will work to make it right." He says his company will complete a review of the incident before the end of the month. Joining me now to discuss that, branding expert Bruce Turkel and CNBC's Courtney Reagan. Courtney, let me start with you. So that statement we're getting now, this is the first one with sort of direct acknowledgement of what a lot of people are seeing in that video, saying the customer was forcibly removed. He had talked in a very different language yesterday about that, seemed to try to justify it. Is that a response? Do you read this statement we're getting as a response to that stock market news we shared just a minute ago that the stock is down today?
You know, very possibly. Certainly the CEO of the company has to worry about a lot of things. He has to worry about the stock price. He has to worry about the image. He has to worry about the employees. And it seems that his first statement was really sort of trying to be supportive of his employees, saying these are the policies, we followed them, when really he probably should have said, hey, let's take a look at these policies to make sure that we didn't do something wrong, because he really should have apologized initially, as he's now finally doing. And we did see the stock price then head a little bit higher after that third attempt at a statement, which did come off much more as an apology than the others. But I don't think this is something that United is going to live down very quickly, and investors paid attention to it today. Yeah,
and so, Bruce, from a longer-term standpoint, when we talk about branding, the value of a brand, those sorts of things, the image of a company, what could the impact of this be? And I ask from this standpoint, it seems like there are fewer airline choices than ever for consumers. You got a Delta, you got United, maybe there's JetBlue. There's not too many options. So even consumers who are upset right now, who are appalled by this, if a week from now they're looking to plan a trip and United's really the only option for them, is it really going to make a difference?
Well, of course, Steve, if you have to go somewhere and it's the only option, you're going to get on the plane. But A, you're not going to be happy about it, and more importantly, you're not going to feel good about it. Brands are built on emotional response, and you're not going to have a good emotional response to dealing with this airline, especially if you realize that this assault on this one passenger is really an assault on every passenger. Because what it says, and what Munoz, the CEO, confirmed, is that we do what we want, what matters for us. And you know what? The heck with all of you. This was a long-term play that's going to damage their business for a long time.
Well, so what can they do? I mean, it seems to me the obvious solution in a situation like this is don't stop the bidding at $800. I mean, he probably didn't have to go that much higher to find a customer who'd say, hey, $1,500, fine, I'll take the deal. $2,000, whatever it would have been cheaper than what they're enduring right now. Is that a step the company would take? Hey, from now on, we're paying you if we overbook, if we have to force you off the plane?
Of course. The first thing you do is take what could be a problem and turn it into something good. Turn your scar into a star. The plane is overbooked, but we'll pay you. We'll give you an overnight stay. We'll give you vouchers. Just keep the bidding going up. Now, there are federal limits on how much you can give, but there's other things you can do. Somebody would have raised their hand and said, I'll get off. I'll be happy to get off. They need to remember that when you're explaining, you're losing. Nobody cares why they did it. Nobody cares how they did it. What they care about is how they were treated. And the other thing that he must do, he did it now, but he's really should have done it at first, the CEO, I'm saying, is apologize. Apologize, apologize, apologize. Sincerely. Mean it and do something about it. Don't let this continue. Don't let the blogosphere beat you up. Say, I'm sorry, we screwed up. We don't act this way, and fix it.
And Courtney, are we getting any signals sort of behind the scenes? 3 statements in 24 hours from Oscar Munoz, the CEO. Any signs behind the scenes that within the company he's in any trouble for this?
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's a really interesting question. United certainly has actually performed fairly well when you look at their stock price against some of their competitors, but something like this is definitely going to leave a little bit of a mark. I think you need to look perhaps at some of the communication strategy that they've employed. Why did it take 3 statements for him to say that he was sorry? I think when it comes to the CEO, you really look at more of something like the financial performance of the company, but But these are very, very important issues that have certainly got a lot of attention, and the internet lives on forever and ever, so these things are not going to go away. I think we all saw the image on social media of the the United plane where it said Fight Club in the back. I mean, that's something that's going to be out there for some time.
All right, CNBC's Courtney Reagan and branding expert Bruce Turkel, thanks to both of you for joining us, and we'll be right back.